You know, I was just thinking really just now about how whenever it comes to, you know, your health, you really have a lot of hard decisions to make. Decisions that ultimately kind of like revolve around you prioritizing your health. It's hard though. It's hard. So I know how it is, like, you know, especially if you're somebody who is seeking to get in better shape and all this kind of stuff, and you know, maybe you get advice from a trainer or somebody who you know is kind of like into fitness and stuff, and they're kind of telling you you need to make the time, you need to eat more vegetables, or you need to ingest more protein and all this kind of stuff, and it's just kind of hard to really see like how in the world to implement what, you know, the kind of stuff they're saying. And I get it, you know, because again with me, you know, like one thing I always try to do is to be transparent, you know, about like my own health journey, in the sense of, you know, I know it's very easy to see people like me as like having arrived. People haven't, like I've arrived and I kind of already know what to do, you know, and I already do everything perfectly. But like the thing is, I don't, you know, like for me, like one of the real big things I need to work on, for example, right now, is getting adequate sleep. Now, I don't typically get less than 6 hours, but like if I were to average out how much sleep I get, it's somewhere between 6 and 6.5 hours of sleep a night. Now, I don't believe that is like my sweet spot. I think my sweet spot would be more like 7.5 if I were to just kind of guess. But I have to kind of, honestly, and being transparent, I have to kind of put in more effort to, you know, to make sure I get to bed at a good time and all that stuff. But what does that involve? What it involves is, so for me, you know, you get to the end of a day and you have various things happening. You know, you have like, you know, prepping food, which for me is a part of being healthy too. So I cook. My wife and I, we cook a lot. Like we eat food from home, like literally most nights, most nights. And so you cook, and then you kind of have to see after your kids and make sure they're kind of doing the things they need to do and getting them ready for bed. And it's a lot. And so then once you actually, especially once you get your kids to bed and finally finish cleaning up, then you kind of want to sit and chill. You don't want to go right to bed. You know what I mean? And so I'm not saying that to make excuses. I'm just saying it's kind of like the decision I'm having to confront. However, I understand if you really want to optimize your health, you got to make some of these hard decisions if you're really going to prioritize your health. And so I'm just saying, man, like I get it. Like you got to make some hard decisions. You got to make some hard decisions if you really want your health to go to the next level. And another reason why I'm recording this is because I'm wanting to help to illustrate that this is really like the kind of decision making that it involves. This is the decision making it involves. So like, for example, if you find yourself stuck, weight loss plateaued or something like that, like these are the kind of things you kind of have to consider. It's like, okay, so there's this sort of next level decision that I'm gonna have to make, period. I have to make it. And I just have a hard decision to make. You know, you have to kind of decide, am I really doing this stuff or am I not doing it? You know, and so, you know, again, like if you kind of find yourself stuck, then chances are, and again, it's even hard for me to say this because I kind of feel it so much even with myself now. But if you find yourself stuck at some point in your health journey, it's probably some sort of decision you had to make. Now, granted, it could be that there's something about fitness or something about health and weight loss that you kind of have to learn and understand more. But a lot of times it is something that perhaps you even understand, at least to a degree, or I say you understand enough. You just need to make a decision to go ahead and move in a direction that might be kind of uncomfortable to move in. So that's real talk, you know. So I just kind of pray that whoever listens to this, that you really take to heart whatever it is that, whatever decisions you have to make, and do it for the sake of taking your health and your fitness to the next level, you know. And I just pray that it's easier for you, you know, that you can kind of really wrap your brain around it. But just understand this is what like health prioritization looks like. It doesn't just occur, and you know, it doesn't the as they say, you know, conditions never become perfect. They never become perfect. Literally, it feels very hard until you do it. You kind of get in there, you make the decision, you do it, maybe even do it a couple of times, and then you kind of find out, okay, it's not as bad as I thought, and then eventually, with repetition, it becomes a new habit. So let me know if that speaks to you in the description. I mean, not the description, but in the comments. And yeah, I'm actually headed to the gym right now. So yeah, hopefully you're doing something for your health right now too. Y'all have a good one. As we get older, it becomes increasingly important to maintain and build muscle. Muscle helps you burn fat, stay mobile, and can contribute to longevity. However, many people have no idea how to work out to build muscle. My mini workout series on Patreon provides you with my bodyweight mini workout video library. These workouts use little to no equipment, which means that you can do them in the privacy of your own home. They start at beginner level and progress from there to ensure you continue to see results. Every workout is a full body workout, hitting chest, back, legs, and glutes, as well as other muscles in between. Become a patron today and receive access to my series of mini workouts, plus access to a digital copy of my book, 8 Weeks to Transform Your Diet and Your Health. By combining the workouts with healthy diet changes, as outlined in my book, you'll definitely be on your way to weight loss, improved health, and visible results. Join me at patreon.com/ShawnB2B Fitness today.